in the office of one of the world's most successful children's authors. His Goosebumps have been sold in 250 million different countries around the universe. He's just a huge, fun and lovely guy. It's Bob, or better known to his readers as RL Stein.
I do. There's a Goosebumps book called The Haunted Mask that I really like. It's about a girl who wants to be scary at Halloween time, and she pulls on a really scary green mask, and then she can't get it off, and it sticks to her face and becomes part of her, and it turns her evil. And I like this book, for one thing, because it's the only book I ever wrote that was inspired by an event in real life. When my son Matt was real little, it was Halloween time, and I was watching him from the doorway, and he tried on a green rubber Frankenstein mask, and he pulled it down over his head, and he couldn't get it off. And I'm watching him, he was tugging it. And I thought, what a great, I should have helped him, right? Instead, I started making notes. What a great story. But that's actually the origin of that book, and it is one of my favorites. I'm like a machine, pretty much. It's like factory work, kind of. I sit down here at my desk, my 9:30, 10 o'clock, 5 or 6 days a week, and I write 2,000 words a day. And I just don't get up till I write my 2,000 words. I hit 2,000 and I quit. I don't write 2010. It's piecemeal. And I write 2,000 words. That's about 10 pages. And then I'm fairly brain dead. I take the dog for a long walk, and that's the day. I'm usually finished by 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Those are good hours, right? Well, I started writing when I was 9. And at the time, I read only comic books. There were these great horror comics, Tales from the Crypt and The Vault of Horror. And one day, my mother dropped me off at our little library. And the librarian said, "Bob, you like comic books. I have something here I think you'll like a lot." And she took me over to a shelf of Ray Bradbury stories. And I just couldn't believe them. They were so creative and so well written. And Ray Bradbury actually turned me into a reader. He's one of the major influences on my life. Vanilla Haagen-Dazs. I have no rituals. I really am a machine. I can write anywhere. I don't have to have all this atmosphere that I have in my office. I can write on any. It's the only thing that I'm good at. Ask my wife. It's really true. It's the only thing I'm competent at, and it's just a lucky thing. I mean, I think it's luck. It's just always come easily for me. Yes, from the time I was 9, and I don't know why I thought it was so interesting. I found a typewriter up in the attic. I dragged it into my room and started typing the little stories, and I'd be typing all afternoon. I was this weird kid, and I'd write joke books. I'd type joke books and funny stories, and my mother would be outside my door, and she'd say, "What's wrong with you? Go outside and play. Go outside." I'd say, "It's boring out there." Type. And here I am still doing it. I plan the book totally. I can show you my outline. I outline every single book before I write it. A complete chapter by chapter outline. I hate it. I hate outline. Everyone hates outlines, right? Everyone, but I can't really work without it. I have to know. I spend so much time getting the outline right. And so when I sit down to write the book, I know everything that's going to happen in the book. I've done all the hard part. I've done all the thinking. And then I can just enjoy the writing. Every author hates being asked, "Where do you get your ideas?" I think everybody hates that, partly because there's no good answer to it. You know what? I never try to get ideas. This is true. Now I'm not kidding. I only try to think of good titles. I never think of ideas. I never try to come up with a concept. I only try to think of a title. I had a title, I was walking the dog in the park, and this title popped into my head: Little Shop of Hamsters. Little Shop of Hamsters. It's a great title, right? So what would that be? How am I going to make hamsters scary, right? Maybe there are thousands of them, or maybe there's a giant. And every single book that I do comes from the title, not from an idea, which I think is backwards for most authors. Most authors kind of figure out what they want to do, and later they think of a title. I have to have the title first. That's what I do.
Thanks, Bob. Entertaining as ever. Now, we at the Author Studio would love to hear from any of you as to what your favourite R.L. Stein title is. Just pop it in the comment box below and tell us why.